Going back to um, the beginning, pre-coronavirus and the beginning of coronavirus, we were in a very strong winter market, um, an exceptionally strong winter market, a lot of active buyers, low inventory, and at the time of the outbreak and then the kind of subsequent shutdown, I believe I had 7 clients under contract at that time, and so kind of all that came to a screeching halt. Now there was a lot of uncertainty at that time. I was confident that things would bounce back just because of the strength the strength and momentum that we had at that point in time, and then the fact that the housing market, no industry was really to blame for any of this. And I think certain things handled it better than others. So fast forwarding to, it was May 7th when the governor lifted showing restrictions for us. We didn't just bounce back. We bounced back in a very, very strong way. I think the downtime and the time at home provided potential buyers and then active buyers with the opportunity to do a lot of home shopping. Get on Zillow and Realtor.com and kind of look around. And so when the housing market opened, there were people ready to go. And in that first week, I had 2 or 3 clients go under contract. But since then, it's been extremely competitive. So looking at this is a graph of the home mortgage rates over the last 40 years or so. So going back to late 70s, there was the inflation. Feds tried to counter that by raising mortgage rates, and so you see it kind of spike. They're right at 1981, 82, and it hit, I believe, an all-time high back then during that period. During that recession was 18.5%. So then we'll move to today. We're looking at the lowest rates in history, and that's a big force behind all these active buyers because borrowing money is very affordable. So you have a lot of people that are actively looking to purchase homes. I think that's a big factor. There's other factors, but that's one of the major driving forces right now. So what we're looking at right now is a market with a lot of active buyers and not a lot of inventory. So I'm going to show you an example. Now I see this day after day after day after day. This is just an example I pulled from many local examples. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in Brighton. This one hit the market in late May. And take a look at that. You see the upper right-hand corner, it says LP. It's listing price. It's $249,900. I then take a look at a couple rows underneath that. You'll see SP. That's sales price. So that sold for $10,000 over asking. Another important factor is kind of shift over to the left-hand side of the page. You'll see DOM, days on market. That was listed for 2 days before it went under contract. So this is, I see this over and over and over and over again. You're going to find that right now in the sectors of the market that have a broad buyer base, if a quality home is listed at market value, you're probably going to see a bidding war. You're going to see a lot of competition. So especially in this sector right here, there's a lot of, this is a really good home for a multitude of different buyers. So there's fierce competition, and you see these situations where, sure, this was multiple offer. The most I've encountered recently, and I'm just a buyer's agent, so it's myself and my buyers that are in these situations up against the other buyers. recently we were in a situation where it was us and I think it was 11 other buyers had submitted offers in a period of 2 days, because listing agent called for highest and best in 2 days after it had listed. So, even, my guys, they came in over, but still, it was a situation where somebody came in higher, or somebody had better terms, or part of their offer was better. So, this is it's kind of the market. This is pretty similar to some inventory, not enough inventory to match the numbers of buyers out there. So, what the strategy, what I kind of recommend, and what I like to see with my buyers is that I like them to talk with a trusted local lender. And this we can kind of look back to, Jim Campbell talked about it when we were talking about Amazon. It's nice to have technology to get us quotes, to get us ballpark figures, but at the end of the day, you really can't beat the service that you're going to find with a local expert, which is, in the home purchasing sector, some of the automated pre-approval stuff, like the Quickens and the Rocket Mortgages and whatnot, they're very handy. It's really easy for a buyer to type in some numbers quickly and generate a pre-approval, very fast. However, those automated systems aren't going over their numbers like our own John Innes would, because he meets with my clients for a good portion of time and goes over their finances and goes over all the details. And so I know when he produces a pre-approval that it's accurate and it's going to be spot on. And I don't always have that. I don't have that level of trust in like a Quicken generated pre-approval. So a local lender, a good resource, someone you can reach out to and talk to on the phone, a human being that can answer questions, is huge, and it's essential, and it's so important for all buyers, but especially like first-time buyers. 'Cause there's a lot of questions, and it's important to have those questions answered, and it's important to have a resource to answer those questions. So another thing that I have my guys ready to do, if they're in a situation, all buyers can be at different places. I've got some recreational buyers who they're going to buy when the right one hits the market. So my strategy is different with them than it would be with, all right, we've got to be in a home a month and a half from now. Buying is high priority. We're moving to the area, and so we need to be ready to act. So there's a lot of elements go into being ready to move quickly. But preparing them and having them in a position where if they like a house and they say, Kevin, you know what, we like this one, we'd like to put in an offer on it, that I can get that offer submitted within a couple of hours. Because, in situations where you're looking at homes going under contract in a day or two, time is of the essence. Absolutely. And to have a competitive advantage, you need to act quickly. And part of that, can be scary to move quickly on, something that, costs anywhere from $180,000 to, I don't know, $600,000. Purchasing a home is a big investment. So moving quickly can scare a lot of people, which is maybe not scare. I don't know if scare is the right word, but it can be unnerving to make such a large financial decision seemingly so quickly, which is why I like to have kind of gone over and done my best to educate my buyers so they understand, what elements they can be looking at, what elements make their offer strong, or what elements make their offer potentially weaker, if they're contingent or if they're non-contingent. The type of loan they have, if they're cash, shoot, that's great. But there's a lot of different considerations, and and having them feel comfortable and confident is very important. And then ultimately at the end of the day, I want them to feel comfortable with their budget. I want them to stick to their budget. I don't like impulse decisions. I don't like it when folks are really, spending up really close to like, trying to push it just a little bit further. I like folks to be very comfortably within their budget and have, stick to their budget, not be motivated by emotion and in the heat of the moment sort of thing. So, having a firm grounding in budget, long costs, and competition, because in certain areas of the market, in all likelihood, even if we put together great offers, we might not get it on the first try, the second try, the third try. There's a lot of competition out there, and if somebody else is a cash offer, or somebody else can do an appraisal gap coverage or something that makes it exceptionally strong, we might be slightly disappointed. But kind of preparing my clients to not necessarily expect that, but when we encounter that, we keep moving forward, because there's a lot of houses out there. We'll find the right one, if we continue forward. So yeah, that's a brief snapshot of what we're looking at right now.